Hello, Salemites. Welcome to your daily dose of days. This is an update, a recap for Days of Our Lives for Monday, December the 2nd. So, I'm running a little behind on the videos. Anyway, Monday, Lee is in his hotel room. Of course, it was supposed to be his honeymoon. He's in his hotel room, spiraling out of control because his bride he just married is not there with him. She, of course, has jetted off to Miami to tell Stefan that Rolf did indeed brainwash him and make him forget he loved her. So it's still, we took off Friday, it was New Year's Eve when the show first starts on Monday. They're kind of finishing up New Year's Eve. We've got a little something brewing with Wendy and Johnny. It seems like they have developed some feelings for one another. So be interesting to see where that goes. We had Nicole and EJ on New Year's Eve. They kissed at midnight. So did Johnny and Wendy. And neither one of them were expecting that, but they both agreed it was kind of nice. Johnny did want to spend the rest of New Year's Eve with Wendy, but she told him she felt like she was going to have to go. What's happening? That she's going to have to go spend some time with Lee, her brother, because she said, you know, he literally lost everything tonight. He might end up in jail. He might lose his job. You know, we don't know the extent of his actions right now. I mean, he did try to murder, you know, one of the members of the company. So I would think that that would mean bye-bye, Lee. But he's losing it. He's flipping out. He gets a message from Rolf, and he's like, oh, Rolf, this is all your fault. So he calls him, and he's telling Rolf, you know, you ruined my life. How did you let this happen? You know, screaming at him and stuff. It was just crazy. And I'm sitting there thinking, it's so crazy when people do things, and it's not just on a soap opera, I mean in real life, and then it's always somebody else's fault instead of them accepting the fact, you know, I'm the reason any of this happened in the first place. So he's not doing too good, but Wendy does make it over there to spend some time with him, and he asks her, tell me the truth, Wing Lee, or whatever. What does he call her? It's something Ming Lee, Wing Lee. He has a name for her. So he says, do you think I'm a monster? And I don't think she actually answered him. Well, oh yes, she did. She said, well, Stefan is alive, so I'd like to think that you changed your mind at the last minute and plugged him back in after you unplugged him to let him die. And he said Kristen had come in. She did the replugging. And Wendy said, so you were going to let him die? And he said, I don't know. He knew he was ready to let him die. It seemed to me like, I don't remember exactly, but I think him and Kristen kind of struggled over the plug there, if I remember correctly. And I probably don't, but yeah, I think they did struggle over that plug. You know, he said today, you know, he told Wendy, well, he said Monday, he told Wendy that he's lost everything. He literally has nothing. You know, I felt like he was saying, I have no reason to live. I mean, I hope, you know, his character just gets on a plane and flies off to a happy ever after somewhere that doesn't involve Gabi or anyone from Salem. Meanwhile, talking about Gabi, she's got talked the hotel person there into letting her have the key pass to Stefan and Chloe's room because she showed him her ID that told him she was his wife and she needed to get in that room. So they gave her one, and she bust right in on Chloe and Stefan, and they were under the sheets, fixing each other's hair. So they're both like flipping out, like, what are you doing? And how did you get in here? And she's like, well, I had to convince the hotel something that I was your wife to get a pass. And Chloe said, so is your husband in another room in this hotel? Why don't you go find him and get out? And she wouldn't go. So Stefan ended up getting dressed as she's blabbering on about everything that's just happened. That her wedding fell apart right after she said I do, And Stefan's like, well, I'm really sorry about that, but you need to get the hell out of here. I'm here with Chloe, and this is an important night. So, Gabi was, like, well, come on, get dressed. Let's go find Rolf and have him fix you back to where you remembered you left me. And he said he's not going. They finally got her pushed out of the hotel room, but she kept banging on the door. Stefan said, if I have to, I'll call the hotel security up here to remove her. So Chloe is all bent every which way except okay of all this information Gabi just unloaded on them, because she thinks Rolf made him love Chloe, and he did. So he definitely was speaking that over his butt. So she's got a right to be upset. Chloe stands to lose a lot. She's already she practically, my God, Brady just did her horrible. Of course, Brady was doing a noble thing. He's trying to save his stepmother, and he's trying to save Marlena, Kate, and Kayla. Trying to save their lives because of evil Kristen. Speaking of Kristen. So Stefan, let me finish that up. I don't remember if I just said this or not. I'm so tired. I forgot what was I going to say, man. I can't remember anything. I don't remember. Okay, so Chloe told Stefan, you offered to get your own room earlier, and I think you probably should. I don't know what I feel right now. So he went out to get his own room, and when he walked out with his suitcase, Gabi's like, good, you're coming with me. Let's go. And he's like, get off me. I don't have any feelings for you, girl. And he still doesn't. And he has no interest in getting those feelings. He literally can't stand the sight of Gabi. This is all bad for Gabi and so unfair to her, really. EJ and Nicole, they started kissing on New Year's Eve, and of course they were wrapping things up. And they headed upstairs to, his dead mother's room, basically. I was thinking that was Abigail's room. I don't know. I remember them saying it was Susan's room before. I hope she comes back. I hope she's somewhere just either being held hostage or just has amnesia, and I hope she comes back. Mr. Clan, she was just so sweet and so funny. I miss her. Okay, so they're moving it up to the sheets, and they get a little riled up, and then Nicole says, no, we've been down this road before, and we know where it goes. Nowhere. We're both just, basically rebounding, using each other, that kind of thing. So EJ said, fine, I understand, and he got up and left. EJ just, can he not have a good woman in his life? Come on now. He's a Demare, but, I've seen women that he loved that he tries desperately to be a better person. Which he should be a better person first and then find his woman. His ideal woman. Okay, back at the ranch or the condo, Kristen is flipping out. You know, Rachel's gone. Eric's there. Um, she's upset that. No, wait a minute. Eric already left. He went to go look for her. Oh yeah, because Eric sent her some, and I think I don't remember when this happened. It had to happen Monday though, because Kristen was getting hysterical, wanting to call the police, and Eric sent her some anonymous text telling her don't call the police if you want your daughter back. So she's not going to call the police. Eric says he's going to go out and look around, see what he can find out. Brady went with him and stepped outside for a couple of minutes, and they just chatted a little bit about this, because Brady's upset that Eric left Rachel with Sloan Peterson. And, you know, Eric's like, she's fine. Sloan's a good person. So, Sloan is, you know, giving her ice cream, letting her stay up late. She's having a good time. She said, "You're my Uncle Eric's best girlfriend." He said, "Right." So, Kristen's flipping out. She doesn't understand why Brady's not. I can't wait till she finds out what's happening. But, you know, Rachel doesn't have a clue that anything is happening, and Rachel's sound asleep in Sloan's bed. And Eric comes over there, and up to this point, Sloan thinks she's just babysitting Rachel for Eric as a favor. She doesn't know that she's harboring a kidnapped child. But when he gets back there, she's like, "I spent my New Year's Eve, you know, babysitting, watching cartoons, and they're so stupid," or something. And something like that. And she said, "Well, at least it's over now." You know, saying, you know, Rachel can go home now. And he's like, "Not exactly. I didn't tell you a couple things, or need to tell you a couple things." And he told her what was going down, and she's flipping, because first of all, has she committed a felony? Actually, she's helped him kidnap Kristen Tamara's daughter. You know, Kristen's known for her revenge, and her revenge sometimes means you're going to go over the side of the cliff like Susan did with Ava. You know, Ava was called a mafia princess. But, you know, what's Kristen, man? She's a little bit of a mafia princess her own darn self. She can hold her own against anybody. That's why I think this little thing that Eric and Brady are doing, Kristen is too smart. I think this is going to backfire on them. I hope not. Because I wish Kristen would be out on her butt again. She's probably going to end up in prison again. Sloan, yeah, she's a little upset. She doesn't know that she had kidnapped the little girl when she was keeping her. But, you know, we don't see what happens because it goes off. That is the end of Monday's episode. And that's it. So, yeah. That's it. And I will see you when I do for Tuesday's video. Subscribe if you haven't. I hope you guys are finding me. And I'll see you in Salem.